How diddly do everyone? It's Teagle the Beagle here, coming directly from my sex dungeon, and today we're going to talk about this little doohickey. Not just the player's handbook. Sorry, it's currently 1:15 in the morning, so excuse me if I can't pronounce for shit. Also, I forgot to shave, so I'm pissed off at myself right now. Not just the player's handbook, but mainly D&D at the moment, because it's been really pissing me off. Mainly the company behind D&D. Also, sorry about the echo. I don't even have a proper bed yet. This is a fucking air mattress. My bed, we ordered the wrong size bed. It wouldn't fit in my room, so now we need to get another one. Anyways, feel I needed to talk about this because I love D&D. I love TTRPGs in general. I mean, there's a reason I bought a physical D&D book when I could have just, pirated it. Granted, this also was a Christmas gift when I was like 15, I think? Something like that. A couple years back. I'm 18 now, for context. And I went from just doing D&D and barely knowing how to do it to now doing different RPG systems, such as Utopia TTRPG by Rant, GURPS by Steve Jackson Games. Is Steve Jackson the guy who made GURPS, or is it Steve Jackson Games? Like, what's the difference? It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, I've branched out to a million different systems that I like to experiment with and try out and use, and they're all fun. Except I find that because I've been playing different systems, such as Pathfinder and the like, this, D&D specifically, I have realized that it is just all these pages, all this beautiful work. It's not worth it. It's one, not worth it because other TTRPG systems feel better to play. But that alone, I would still play this because it's fun and simple. It's just something you can load in to get people used to TTRPGs. I will not be doing that anymore because the company behind it is too greedy for me to justify ever using one of their products. Because if I use one of their products, I can encourage other people to buy them. And you should never buy something that is produced by Hasbro. Pirate MTG cards, pirate the books, I don't give a fuck. Do anything but buy them in a way that gives Hasbro money. I'm telling you right now, it's just not fucking worth it. And they're gonna have to learn the hard way that if you want to be a business, you're gonna have to be moral now. Sorry, them's the fucking rules. They should have been the rules from the beginning, but consumers are bitches and all that. Though, to be fair, that would be disingenuous to say that they don't know, like, they're not idiots. They know what they're doing, and while they are doing what they're doing out of profit, they're also doing what they're doing because we refuse to stop buying. I know tons of people who, even though Wizards of the Coast did all that shit, and I'm not mad at these types of people, to be clear, proceeded to buy the books anyway, which is an extremely weird thing, in my opinion, considering how much they complained about it. Again, not like a huge deal, it's just weird to me. That a lot of people are so angry at Wizards of the Coast, yet refuse to stop supporting them. To the people who pirated them, I salute you. Pirating should be illegal as long as businesses act like this. It's just what I believe. Maybe I'm a socialist. Maybe I'm a communist pig. I called that the other day. It was great. Not even a fucking communist. I just believe in workers' rights. My bad. I like capitalism. Just only when it's affordable, we'll say. But yeah, back on topic. Wizards of the Coast is just a shit company. I would like to point to one example, if you don't know it, where they said, hey, you guys can, make things using D&D, and we're totally cool with it. And then Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro goes, oh yeah, so, we're not cool with it anymore, and all those things are ours now. They belong to us. They belong to us because you used our system. This is like saying Unity owns all the games that were created in its game engine. My brother in Christ, no, that is not how it works. At all, ever. If they directly used your assets and, used copyrighted images or things, I guess I would get it. Still corporate as fuck, and you're a dick, but I get it. But no, now you're just a twat. Sorry I'm cursing a lot. This is a topic that genuinely makes me very angry. Because I know they can do better. They just refuse to. They just refuse. I'm gonna make the camera angle a bit better because it's tilted a bit too far up. It's a bit better. You can see my legs now. And my stomach. I've been working on this bad boy. We're getting it down a couple pounds. No, I'm fucking not. I'm never losing weight. The gym is not hitting like it should, guys. Especially considering it's $15 a month. Ugh. Your boy is broke off his ass. But back on topic. It's just Wizards of the Coast is a bunch of twats. Hasbro is a bunch of twats. And that's saying something because I'm an American. I'm in a country full of twats. I'm in a country led by a twat. So if anyone's gonna know what a twat is, then I'm gonna know what a twat is. Take a drink every time I say twat. You're dead already. Don't even try. Now, I would like to also emphasize just the greediness of the books and D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond, you need to buy the books digitally to get any of the things to create characters. Now, this wouldn't be a problem if, per se, you could, just get it through some other way, maybe some in-game point. No, you have to buy money. You have to buy shit with money. So basically, if you want to run a campaign with, anything besides the basic set, which, by the way, the basic set sucks rules-wise. As a DM, I can tell you right now, this thing is busted out the ass. Everything in it just breaks by accident. Absolutely will never run a game in that, so I can't use D&D Beyond. And the other options for a D&D simulator, or things to make it simple for my players to make character sheets, would be, non-existence. I'm not joking, D&D Beyond is the only good one. Probably because they're afraid Hasbro will fucking sue them. Good job, guys! Now people don't want to play your game because you're greedy assholes, and, get more in the center here, and because playing it is difficult online. And that's the main way people play it now. Are you fucking stupid? Are you allergic to money? Just I don't know, man. Just make a way so that you can, I don't know, if you play enough in a campaign or something, I don't fucking know, man. Just figure out something so that we don't have to pay money to play the game properly. To be clear, I'm not offering a solution. I don't know a solution. Because D&D Beyond is a shit platform that doesn't work half the time. To be fair, Hasbro is known for not updating their websites. For example, in Magic the Gathering. Oh god, don't I love talking about Magic fucking Gathering. I spent $50 on this deck. It's so shit. Anyways. Sorry, I had to get that out there. Anyways. In Magic the Gathering, there's a specific website that Hasbro made, or Wizards of the Coast made, for searching up cards. There are cards from about 2 to 3 years ago that still aren't in that database that you can't find. It's not in there. Scryfall, which is fan-made, is infinitely better and constantly updated. It's even updated as spoilers come out. As fucking spoilers come out. These are a bunch of guys who are working with bubblegum and tape and a server that probably expired 15 years ago, and they're doing better than a multi-million-dollar company. No fucking excuse. And I know there are people who will say that are in the business sector, oh, it's a business, they have to go through a ton of different people. Well, maybe. Here's a fucking idea for you. Cut down the amount of people in management. Not the people in your workforce, motherfucker. Which you seem to love doing, by the way. You love firing people. Cut down the amount of people in your workforce. Take a fucking pay cut. And don't say that's not possible, motherfucker. You're fine. You will be fine with a little less money. Oh no, you can't afford private jet ride anymore. You cannot afford prostitute to suck you backwards. Oh my god, no, you poor babies. Shut the fuck up, bro. This is why I don't like corporate. This is why like people are surprised. I'm like, I don't like business. I don't like dealing with business owners. Typically, your small business owners, chill as fuck. I love them because they're basically just normal people, but that they have a business. Whereas CEOs were normal people, and then they became CEOs. Justice for Luigi. You know who that is? Not talking the Mario character. Fuck healthcare as well. Side note, I didn't say that. In the meantime, back to. I mean, there's not really much else to talk about, is there? Kind of summarized my thoughts. Just a short little video, you know? I'm moving, so I can't put out many actually long edited videos. As you can see, I don't have a fucking bed. There's my pillows and blanket right there. I was meant to put them out of frame, but I said fuck it. You know, there's nothing up here anyway. Um, it's just frustrating because I love both D&D and Magic the Gathering. You know, I used to love Hasbro as a kid. I would used to play on their websites all the time, but I had no reason to, right? Hasbro's a shit company, and anything they produce, I will not be buying. I mean, my friend already started to boycott McDonald's, which is so fair, to be honest. Um, and I will be boycotting Hasbro. Same way that I'm boycotting Supercell. Which is to say, boycotting Supercell is a lot easier because you can still play their game as long as you specifically choose not to buy anything. They'll get the message. Like as soon as we stop paying for their shit, they'll get the message. But to be fair, a lot of the whales will not stop paying, and that may fund Supercell forever. But this is not a Supercell rant. This is a Hasbro rant. It might turn into a rant about CEOs, to be honest. Don't want it to, but yeah, no, Hasbro and a lot. I've just been sick of seeing shit like this, especially with the laying off employees. I don't want to talk about that because I talked to someone, a British man. If you're watching this, hi. There is a thing he talked about where he said, at the end of the day, companies can make promises to shareholders and stakeholders and such, where they're like, we're gonna do this amount of profit, we're gonna make this amount of money. And if they don't reach that, they have to start cutting costs. Now, first question: why is the first thing that they cut in other employees still like wrong? Second thing: why is it that it always happens as they're saying this is the most successful year for us? You may say it's a marketing tactic, but I say if it's a marketing tactic, that motherfucker needs to take at least 4 years to get a bachelor's degree because there's no way he understands marketing. At the end of the day, all you're doing is going, hey, we're doing great, and then laying off people. That makes you look selfish, greedy, and stupid. So either they're all three of these things, or they're just the stupid part. Oh, and liars. Like actively lying to their consumer, which I think is a little illegal. Not going to lie, just a little bit. Yeah. So that's what I think of that argument. I think that argument does not hold weight because there are a million things you can do besides lay off your employees, and there's a million things you could say besides this is our most successful year yet. But fuck these guys. Also, actually, you know, take care of your prices on the secondary market, Hasbro. Magic the Gathering. Print fucking Modern decks. I want to play Modern so bad. And like at this point, to be fair, I'm just gonna proxy it. Like I'm begging you so that you become a better company so I don't have to do this, but I'm just gonna buy proxies instead. I am going to find every way I can to not support Hasbro while still playing their game. Specifically because I'm petty as shit, and I want to be able to play their games while also advertising to not support them. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm still not gonna play D&D because I think just it's a TTRPG system which is very flawed, which I'll get into that in a bit. But I'll still play Magic as well. I will just specifically advertise. Oh yeah, here's the sites you can get pirated books, and here's the sites you can get proxies for the cards. Don't ever buy from Hasbro themselves. They're a piece of shit. And if you agree with me or disagree with me on that, let me know in the comments and tell me genuinely how you think you would solve this problem. Or if what I'm saying is genuinely wrong. I do value opinions. I specifically don't delete any comments unless they are genuinely just being racist. Racist, sexist, or homophobic stuff. Or stuff that's just jokes that is obviously too much. Like you are just trying to get a rise out of people because you like attention. But yeah, let's get into the fucking topic of the video, shall we? I'm fucking 16 minutes in. I am 16 minutes in and I've just got to the topic. Okay. This thing. Okay. So the reasons D&D sucks. First of all, let's start with ability scores. Now, ability scores should be cool. Problem is, they're way too goddamn broad. To be clear, D&D, basically, it's simplicity. And because of that, it doesn't give you as much, like, choice. I know that sounds weird, because D&D does give you a lot of choice in character creation and all that. But I feel like every other TTRPG I play gives me way more choice in how to build my character. Because a lot of them just said, fuck classes. Fuck like classes. Fuck like class presets. It's so dumb. Some of them do have that, but like D&D is the only one I've experienced in which it's done so rigidly. Like at least Pathfinder, every class is like specific enough to be a thing, but you can tweak it enough to where you can kind of make it your own thing. Like the fact that there's 50 bajillion subclasses, and yes, there are subclasses for each class. But the problem is, that's my biggest problem, is the fact that they come at, like, level 3 or whatever. Flavorfully, how the fuck does some of these work? Like, you're a warlock? Warlocks get it at level 1, so that's fair. Well, it's not a subclass, it's like a pact or whatever, but a ranger, Fey Wanderer. Okay, so you're telling me that my Fey Wanderer ranger, apparently, who has encountered the Fey, if we do not encounter the Fey in that campaign, I just wasn't using my Fey powers this entire time? I say this because this is what happens in most campaigns, is that they start at lower levels. A lot of them start at level 3 now, thank God, but I've been in a lot that start at level 1. And because they start at level 1, it ends up making no sense how the fuck they got a subclass exactly. But yeah, D&D has subclasses that allow you to personalize a class, but the class itself still is very rigid in its identity. Still, it's very fun, to be clear. I just want to be so clear. D&D is so fucking fun. It's just worse than any other system. All TTRPG systems I've played are really, really fucking fun. But this is the least fun. Not bad, not fun. Just the least fun. Okay? I think the biggest thing is progression feels very odd in D&D. Because you usually, like in other TTRPG systems I've seen, you can kind of just give your players XP, and that's enough rewards for them, like, and you give them weapons, like, rarely. Whereas in this, I feel like weapons and gear are mandatory for progression, because, leveling up gets really fucking tedious as you get, like, to higher levels. Like, at level 1, it's fine, because you can beat up, like, a goblin, and you're good. But, like, once you get to level, like, 6, it becomes so much. I'm glad that there's such a thing as, like, milestone leveling up, but that's also dependent on the DM. You could have a dickhead DM, like I did, who would barely give you any XP for doing anything important. You know who you are, DM. Get off the video. Don't watch my channel anymore. I fucking hate you. You weird bitch. You're shaped like Pea Shooter from Plants vs. Zombies. Anyways, it's also, I think, this is actually a problem I have with a couple different TTRPGs, because I just like the GURPS. I guess it's not really a problem, it's more just a pet peeve. There's not a problem. I really prefer things like GURPS and Utopia TTRPG, which allow you to roleplay different eras and different times, no matter what. Whereas like you can homebrew it, but like with D&D, it's kind of just you're playing high fantasy, which is fine. Like it's fine, I guess, but it's just I don't know. Maybe I got too used to high fantasy. I got far too used to it. Oh wow. Uh, sorry. That's really all I have to say. I think. No, I have way more to say. I'm kidding. The ability score, abilities. Let me get back to ability scores. I'm so sorry. I have ADHD. Ability scores themselves are interesting because they don't really reflect that well that you're specialized. Like, at the worst, if you're a dumb character, you have a -1 to intelligence. Oh no. And then if you're a strong character, you have like a +3, which is the most useless fucking thing ever. I mean, proficiency helps with this. Like, proficiency bonuses, and that's cool. But that doesn't help with, like, the general role you're supposed to be doing. Which is, I feel like also makes sense that you should be proficient in, but you're not proficient in general. You're not proficient in strength, but you're proficient in specific tasks of strength. Like, I don't know, that seems weird to me. Maybe I'm just pet peeving, but genuinely, it doesn't feel fun to play D&D as much as it does anything else. Especially with the new book. Like, I love the new book, to be clear. I love it so goddamn much. But Jesus Christ, it feels like so behind in terms of every other TTRPG. I will not be playing D&D for that specific reason, as well as I just fucking hate Hasbro. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole video. Like and subscribe and suck my balls. I don't know.